High 5 Facts Presents. Top 5 Lost Treasure of the World which is still waiting for you. Number 5. Treasure. Fabergé golden eggs. Lost. 1917 to 1929. Estimated value: $90 to $150 million. Contents: 8 Fabergé golden eggs. Location: unknown, Russia. The lost Fabergé eggs. In 1885, Tsar Alexander III, House of Romanov, commissioned the production of the gold and enamel hen egg for his wife the Empress Maria, which she adored. Fabergé was made goldsmith by special appointment to the imperial crown, and over the next 33 years 52 eggs were made for the Russian royal family as well as a further 15 for other private buyers. The 1917 Russian Revolution toppled Tsar Nicholas II, who was executed along with much of the royal family in July 1918. Fearing for his safety, Peter Karl Fabergé abandoned Russia, traveling first to Latvia, then Germany and finally Switzerland, where he died in Lausanne in 1920. The Fabergé eggs and many other treasures of the royal family were confiscated and stored in the vaults of the Kremlin armory. Some were sold to raise funds for the new regime. Over time, 8 of the original 52 imperial eggs have vanished and their whereabouts remain a mystery to this day. A full list of missing eggs is below. In 2007, just one egg, their Rothschild, was sold at Christie's auction house for $8.9 million. The missing eggs: 1886. The hen egg with sapphire pendant, 1888. The cherub with chariot egg, PPC USA, 1889. The Necessaire egg, PPC UK, 1896. The egg with Alexander III portraits, 1897. The mauve egg, 1902. Empire Nephrite egg, Alexander III medallion, 1903. The Royal Danish Jubilee egg, 1909. The Alexander III commemorative egg. Number 4. Spanish and New World treasure. Lost. The 30th of July 1715. Estimated value: $2 billion. Contents: jewels, gold goblets, silver plate, bullion, coin. Location: off the coast of Florida, USA. The San Miguel and the lost 1715 treasure fleet. By 1712 AD, Spain was desperately in need of funds due to the War of Succession that had seen Philip V take the throne. To solve this problem, the Spanish assembled one of the richest treasure fleets. Come 1715, it consisted of 5 ships of the Nueva Hispana, Mexico, fleet and 6 ships of the Tierra Firme, mainland, fleet. Significant amounts of silver, plate, gold, pearls, jewels, emeralds, and other precious items were loaded at Veracruz, Cartagena, Nombre de Dios and Portobello. A further ship, a French merchantman, the Griffin, also joined the convoy. As a further defense against pirates and privateers, the fleet waited until just before the hurricane season before setting off from Havana. This was a mistake, and a storm destroyed the fleet just 7 days after leaving Cuba. Thousands of sailors died. Over the next 4 years, the Spanish salvaged about half of the treasure, although pirates hampered their efforts. Items of treasure still occasionally wash up on nearby shores. Largely due to the efforts of Kip Wagner, a marine treasure hunter, 7 of the ships have been located, but only a small percentage of the treasure has been recovered. The San Miguel, an hourglass vessel, has yet to be found and is believed to have separated from the fleet the day before the storm struck. Carracks are lighter than galleons and were often used to carry treasure, as they stood a greater chance of outrunning storms and privateers. The objective, after all, was to get the treasure home. This could mean that the San Miguel is actually one of the richest treasure ships yet to be found. Ships of the 1715 Spanish plate treasure fleet that have never been found. and with Hispana fleet, General Juan de Ubila, the Maria Galanti, Frigatilla, frigate. Tierra Firma fleet, General Antonio de Echeverz, and Vistara Senora de la Concepcion, now class, Carrack, the El Señor, San Miguel now class, Fast Carrack, El Evo, La Frenexa, Galera class, Galley. Number 3. The Amber Room, Amber and Gold Panels. Lost. 1943. Estimated value: $170 million. Contents: comprised of Danish amber, gold fittings, gold leaf, ornate mirrors, jewels, and numerous gold and amber fittings and decorations. Location: Poland, Germany, Russia, unknown. The Amber Room. The original treasure room was a set of extraordinary wall panels made from purest amber, set in and on golden mirrors. These panels were installed to create a room that was effectively coated with amber and gold. It was designed by Andreas Schluter, an architect from Hamburg, Germany, and constructed at the Charlottenburg Palace in Prussia, between 1701 and 1709 by the renowned amber specialist Gottfried Wolfram of the Royal Court of Denmark. In 1716 the King of Prussia, Friedrich Wilhelm I, gave it to the ruler of the Russian Empire, Tsar Peter the Great, to seal an alliance against Sweden. It was taken first to the original Winter Palace in St. Petersburg and then later moved to the Catherine Palace near the same city, where it was expanded by a team of German and Russian craftsmen. On completion it used 5,440 kilograms of amber and was 17 meters in length. Considered to be unique and priceless, it was the central showpiece of the palace and famous in aristocratic circles. In 1941 it was discovered by invading German soldiers and dismantled. Apparently it was packed into 27 crates and shipped to Königsberg, near the Baltic coast, where it was put on display. In 1943 it was stored at Königsberg Castle. Officially it was destroyed in a World War II Allied bombing raid, but significant evidence suggests that it was actually shipped out of the city in the latter months of the war and taken to be hidden along with many other treasures acquired by the Nazi regime. Priceless, it is considered one of the world's greatest lost treasures. There have been repeated claims in the media by treasure hunters that they have discovered the location of the hidden Amber Room. Nevertheless, none of them have actually produced the missing panels. There have been repeated claims in the media by treasure hunters that they have discovered the location of the hidden Amber Room. Nevertheless, none of them have actually produced the missing panels. Estimates that the room would be worth $170 million on the open market are considered conservative. A replica of the room made from identical materials has recently completed in Russia. It was opened by Russian President Vladimir Putin and German Chancellor Gerhard Schroeder on the 31st of May 2003. Number 2. The French Treasuries of the Knights Templar. Lost. 1,307. Estimated value: many billions. Contents: gold and silver ingots, coinage, jewels, jewellery, gold and silver plate, land deeds, religious relics, weapons, documents and records, Middle Eastern trophies and artefacts, valuable curiosities and royal regalia held as securities. Location: Scotland, unknown. The treasure of the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar were a religious military order formed in 1119 AD to protect Christian pilgrims on their journey to holy lands of the Middle East. They established their headquarters on the side of the Temple Mount in Jerusalem and were declared a charity by Pope Innocent II. Over the decades, donations from patrons made the Knights Templar the wealthiest and most powerful military order in Europe. They invented an early form of banking which made them even richer but unpopular with people who had borrowed money. For nearly 200 years the Templars amassed a fortune in lands, castles, gold, silver, jewels and precious objects. By 1291 AD the military prestige of the Knights Templar had failed and they were forced out of the Middle East. Their popularity fell further, urged on by those who owed them money, such as Philip V, the King of France. On Friday the 13th of October 1307, and with the permission of the Pope, Philip V arrested the key leaders of the order based in France and tortured them into confessions of heresy and devil worship. He seized their lands and raided the treasury but found it much emptier than expected. Knights Templar seal across the rest of Europe. The remaining knights seem to have moved swiftly to hide their portable treasure. A month later Pope Clement II issued the Pastoralis Praeeminentiae, which instructed heads of state to arrest all Templars and seize their possessions, which were to be given to another religious order, the Knights Hospitaller. This was only partially carried out, but it was already too late. The vast treasure of the Knights Templar had largely disappeared and has never been found. An equally intriguing mystery is what happened to the majority of knights who were never arrested. At least several thousand men as well as a flotilla of ships simply vanished. In particular, 18 ships that had been berthed at La Rochelle, France, on the night of the 12th of October 1307 set sail under the cover of darkness just before the initial persecutions and passed out of history. A document, the Pergamino de Chinon, found in the Vatican archives in 2002 now shows that Pope Clement II actually absolved the Templars in 1308 AD. Number 1. Unknown Pirate Horde. Lost. 1500–1700 AD. Estimated value. $unknown. Contents. Unknown, Pirate Horde, Treasure of the Knights Templar, Spanish gold. Location. Canada. The Oak Island Money Pit. This is probably the most excavated site that has still failed to deliver up its treasure. Oak Island is approximately 140 acres in size and located just off the southeast coast of Nova Scotia. It is one of many small islands in the area and is now linked to the mainland via a narrow causeway. The story has been embellished and distorted over the years, but here are the basic facts. In 1795 Daniel McGuinness, 16, and a friend noticed a circular depression as if a pit had been dug and then filled in again. Believing something of value may have been buried there, they dug to a depth of 9.1 meters. Initially they discovered a layer of flagstones followed by traces of pickaxes on the rocks. Some stories say they found platforms of logs approximately every 3 meters. They failed to find anything of value, but the story spread and was quickly linked to the missing treasure of Captain Kidd and even the notorious Blackbeard Edward Thatch, Teach. Over the following centuries the pit has been excavated many times and prospectors have even included an American president, Franklin D. Roosevelt. It has not been an easy task and the pit is claimed to be booby-trapped and has regularly flooded. The most tantalizing clue found so far was a code inscription on a flat stone which, when translated, apparently stated, 40 feet below, £2 million lie buried. The deepest excavations reached 72 meters and over the years at least 6 people have died trying to find whatever is buried on Oak Island. Various theories pertaining to the contents of the Oak Island money pit include Captain Kidd's treasure, Blackbeard's treasure, the fortress of Louisbourg treasury, the missing jewels of Marie Antoinette, Spanish gold from a shipwreck, the treasure of the Knights Templar, treasure of the Freemasons, a storage pit for walrus ivory, documents of Sir Francis Bacon. Thanks for watching this video, and if you want to get my reply in top 5 comment, then just hit the button subscribe and let me know you subscribed. Just write down in comment I subscribed and I will try to reply as many as I can.